Hey guys, it's me, Monkey. So, someone wanted me to do a video showing my characters and what paths I chose one for each character and why. There it is. So first, I'm gonna do Sunny. Do Connie. So Connie, I think she has two builds yet. Okay, so this build is for like overall. If I'm just trying to do a couple things, then I'll use this build. So this is without a cook. If there's no cook, then I'll run this. If there is a cook, I'll run this. More proficiency and less stealth because I'm not really worried about that more. I'm more worried about picking the locks. 4 to 6 over the threshold because there's like a certain threshold where it becomes much easier to pick the lock. And if they have the I forget what it's called, safety pins, I think is what it's called, security pins. It's just almost impossible without doing this. So I have this same build except I just different points. My skill tree, I just go up and then I'm gonna stay in the middle as much as I can. And then I would go right, and I go left. I want fire flight, no matter what. That's also really good. Like if there is no hitch, then I'll switch this for the healing perk, so I can get more heals off the smaller ones. But it depends. But it's usually always a hit, so I don't always keep this on by default. This is my power. I have to use that because I wanted the recharge at tier 2, and there's no way to get that without the stamina ability. I want stamina because that's how you die if you don't have stamina. So I don't want the penalty for using my power, so I use that. Connie. Leland's a little bit different. He is all about damage. Pretty much, he's the biggest distraction as possible, right? So I do more damage when I stun him for longer. And I'm either fighting them or backstabbing them. So I go for Valve, cause distraction, take a lot of damage out of nowhere, and then I get my health back when I take damage. So it's more about being a pain in the ass as much as I can while they can do their thing. Oh yeah, got the skill tree. I went left because I wanted toughness, and I wanted that. Everything else is random. You can use this to get more health back, which is pretty fucking nutty. So I actually might do that. Actually gonna do that instead. It's actually better. Didn't even know that. Didn't notice that was a perk at first. But with this going left, I can also get. I can get the less alerted perk. I think this is to reduce the stamina. Yeah, so if you backstab somebody, you get they do like almost no stamina back, so you can literally outrun them. This is kind of dog shit. No, it's actually pretty good if you're doing a. This is much better, in my opinion. Actually, that's better. Actually, this one's much better. So you have unlimited stamina, pretty much. You get stamina back much faster, which is very, very useful. But yeah, you want a lot of toughness so you can take a lot of damage. Ending up with Anna, she's almost the same thing. Same thing, just about. I should do that actually. Same thing. She don't have what you call it perks, so I use this instead. Because she doesn't get the stamina perk with this build. Kind of sucks. See? So I use that instead. But reduce the stamina on dash attacks, stunt double, damage from the windows, and then take less damage for 3 hits. And I have a lot of stamina, a lot of health. Just pretty much again, just like Leland, just be a pain in the ass. So with this, I have 9 seconds. Every time I get hit, I get a little more stamina back, and then multiplier of 80. So I take 80% less damage of power. So just so I can keep on sprinting if I'm going for like an exit. Now the man, the myth, the legend. I've already said it in a different video, but with him, I use pretty much just proficiency with that, just so I can pick locks if I have to. It's not my ideal choice, but if I have to, I have to. This helps me. Usually I go for fuse box or pressure gate, something else besides doors if I have to. preferably. But if I don't, then I usually just try to stall for as much time as I can. So if I want to be stealthy, I use my power. If I don't want to be stealthy, then I use high toughness so I can just take a lot of damage and jump down the well. See less damage from windows and wells. And also gets me up like really, really quickly compared to normal, like really fast. So it's perfect all around build for Sunny. I like his power a lot. I went left on this skill tree just so I could do it. I never do this right here. I mean, I could, but 15% is alright, but I'd rather have perks that will help me in the meantime. So, yeah, that's one with the left side. And then finally, Joy. Push her, she has 2. Yeah. So this one, I use this in case it's a cook. Because you got that, you know, if it's a cook, you gotta have it, right? A little bit of toughness, just so I don't get this is why I don't have to like deal with too much bullshit. Firefly, always really good perk. Same thing, stunt double, always a good pick no matter what you do. And then this is just in case I have to fucking fight somebody. Stand in the back for like, for example, if I do pressure valve, I can do that. If I need to keep something busy, I can do this. Give me time to run away. And then I use that for high proficiency just to pick locks if I have to. And this build is more about just running through the pressure valve if I have to. So depending on who I play as, I'll play a little bit differently. So. Now to my killers. Bubba, I use Savagery, Blood Harvesting, which is I use Violent, Sacral Strength, and then Scout, right? So this reduces my movement by 10%, I mean my damage by 10%, but it gives me 50% movement speed, right? It makes me hella fast. This gives me 20%, so I lose the negative and get 10% more damage. And then with this, it gives me 20%, that's 30% more damage overall, which is over the cap, so I can 2-shot. Which is good. You know, blah blah. I had that perk on him, but for some reason it took it off. I don't know why, but it was literally, it was just on there. I don't know why it came off of him. Sorry, got pickups. So for this, it's random. So these 2 perks are random, right? This is the only guaranteed perk you're gonna get on the right side. Big swings is really good too, but like I said, I prefer speed. It takes like 3 hits to actually kill him with an overhead. Until you get full blood. But once you get full blood, it's a 2-shot. Or if you're like low on stamina, then you it's a 2-shot. It just depends. But again, I prefer the speed over the 2-shot immediately because just more beneficiary. Keep them off doors more. It's more easy to patrol shit. But it gives you no one escapes hell. Gets the other perks, but I don't really like the grandpa perk because it's all dependent on somebody stabs somebody. That's a random perk. It's not a guarantee. Random. That garbage fucking perk. It's also random. And then I'm not using it. I would never use that ever. And I have that. So, with the right side. Keep going, and I kept right the entire time to the final one, and then I went up. Now this one I get asked a lot about is with Cook, right? So before I explain anything, I went straight up. Straight up, then went to the right. So right here, you can go left or right. It doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. I chose right because this gives me more skill points. It's for me more perks, but I'm only interested in certain perks anyway. So this side gives me more points. That's always why I went to the right side. Same thing, went to the right. Just to give me more points. This is a random perk. That's guaranteed. That's a random perk. And that's a random perk. So you want to keep on doing it until you get serrated, all this other shit. But going to this route gives you a lot more skill points than normal. You get 27 skill points. I'll put 36 and then 1 into that so I can get over the average. And same thing with this. I went over the average by 1. This is a good thing. So I put all of it in the stamina. So I'm fast as fuck, right? But I have 10% less damage, right? This gives me 20% more damage, so I have 10% overclock and damage. And then I got this, which is 5 damage over 5 seconds, right? So with us all together, I do the same amount of damage as a normal cook, right? But I have a fuck ton more stamina. And I'm fast as fuck. And all the security pins, but I have this to make up for it, right? So I fill my blood up until I can kill somebody, and then I'll dump it in if it's the first one. If it's not, it doesn't matter. But mainly I keep them off my locks, beat the shit out of them as much as I can, and I have so much stamina by the time they can either fucking go down the well, which means they're dead at that point, or they can try to fight me, and I'll beat the shit out of them, right? If I'm full of blood and I'm fighting them with serrated, I will fucking win the fight. More than likely if it's a close encounter. You've seen that in a couple of videos, you see me win close encounters. That's why. For tier 3, I use Billy Drain 30% less, 20% detection range, which means I can use my power more. I can use my tower for longer, and also see them from farther distance. And then the last one is lets them see by the family, because it's easier just than calling it out. Because some people, if you call it out, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So this is like, it's pretty much idiot proof, right? I would prefer running a different part for tier 3, but I can't do that because my teammates are not usually. If I'm in a group with somebody, there's no way in hell, right? But my damage overall is about 45 savagery. So when I beat the shit out of you, I kill you in like 5 hits. I'm like a Johnny. It's pretty fucking nutty. No, about 6 hits. 6 hits. It's one less. It's one more hit than Johnny does, right? But if I hit you with serrated, right, I will kill you in 5 hits if serrated does the damage with it. No matter, even if you're Leland. If you don't tackle me, you will die. Like, I will kill you. You will bleed out on the floor. So even if I don't get the hit and I have to chase you a bit longer than normal, serrated will do the damage over time. So if I get a couple of pot shots on you, you're gonna bleed out. You will feel the damage no matter what, right? And most people don't expect a cook to be that fast and has that much stamina. So usually they'll fuck around and find out. And usually at the very end, when they're about to low stamina, they'll try to fight you at the very end. Like, oh shit, he's actually keeping up with me. Oh god, what do I do? I better fight him. And then I win by default because I'm a fucking cook with a lot of damage. And they're usually low on stamina, so they usually just run out of the ability to fight me, and I usually win that fight. So this is called the Never Stop Hurting Them build. I love this build. It's my favorite build in the entire game for Cook. Because he's fast as fuck. He has a lot of fucking damage. And he's beneficial to the family. And he can still mark people the same way as he possibly can. He can still check his locks. He still has the lock fucking extra hard to pick the lock. He's got a fuck ton of stamina. So nobody ever expects a lot of stamina to fucking Cook, okay? I've won so many times as Cook because they weren't expecting Cook to just never run out of stamina. It's fucking wild. So his hitch, 37 and 31 over that little threshold. And then a lot of I'll try to put as much savagery as I possibly can in. Same thing as before. I get 10% damage increase, plus I'm fast as fuck. So, and then I got my stamina back. So when I'm chasing somebody, when I'm about to run out, I'll just like slow down for like 2 seconds, get my stamina fully back, and just start beating the shit out of you even more. So if you don't well, you're dead. And if you're in the open, you're dead. 28% more harder chance to break out. So if you don't have a bone scrap, you're gonna stay there for a while, right? And you take a little bit more damage, and then also highlights of everybody in the map. I prefer Venom, right? But again, my teammates are usually dumb as shit, so I can't use Venom. Venom is far superior than this. Venom would make you a fucking monster, right? But you can't depend on your teammates. I'm sorry, you can't. So I use that. I do a lot of damage very, very quickly, and then when I'm chasing you still, I walk faster too while I'm running. So because of that, I can pretty much keep up with you while you're sprinting. Then my stamina gets back, and then I can chase back after you some more, catch back up to you, beat the shit out of you some more until you're dead. So this one's really nasty because they never can do anything about it. I don't think there's another build. Yeah, there's another build. This build specifically. My boy Johnny, Mr. Thickness, right? So you can see my savagery and my stamina, right? My build is pretty much just beat the dog shit out of you, right? So I use less stamina when I'm sprinting, right? And then I use 50% less stamina while beating the dog shit out of you, right? It's slow regeneration. That's fine though. I have a lot of stamina, so I can pretty much fuck you up before you can get away from me. You will usually probably die if you're anybody besides fucking Leland or fucking Sonny with max toughness or Anna. You're dead. Like, you will die. I promise you this. And then serrated will help me finish the job. So let's say you're like still outrunning me and shit, and I just get a couple pot shots in. You're taking damage over time either way. You're still taking damage. So I will finish you off, right? Detection range, because, you know, the radius around where you can find them. Consumption rate, so I have more time to find you. And then the colors, so you can see how old it is compared to how fresh it is. If it's blue, then it's cold. If it's hot, then you're on. They've been there recently. So this kind of helps. But I don't think I have a single build with this guy. No, I don't. Okay, because you can see what kind of build I use. This usually wins me the game. I usually kill like everybody before Bubba can. And then my sissy is the never stop beating your build. It's kind of like Cook's. Hers is better, in my opinion. So this build's fucking weird, right? So I'm over the threshold. There you go. Over the threshold. There's a threshold of like 25, 20, 15. I don't know why there is, but there is. So with this, I do 10% less damage, right? Which is kind of brutal, but it's fine though, right? Because I'm fast as fuck. So this is when this build comes. This build sucks dick to tier 2. Which you don't get no pause, but it's fucking bearable. Tier 1 sucks ass, dude. Tier 3 is god. Godlike. So, here it is. Same thing as fucking Johnny. Tuckered out. I lose 50% less stamina while I'm beating the shit out of you on a slow charge rate. And here's the coup de grace, right? While sprinting, stamina usage is decreased by 50%, but overall speed is reduced by 10%. So I'm only 5% faster, right? But I use almost no stamina while beating your ass and while sprinting. So pretty much I'm going to kill you, right? And if you go to a crevice, I'm going to poison you, right? And that poison is effective for 12 seconds, and you take poison damage over 30 seconds, right? So it's like Venom. You take damage while I'm poisoning you. So while you're fucking going through the crevice and I'm poisoning you, you're taking damage, I can still see you. Get my stamina back while I'm traversing the, you know, the bullshit. My camera's coming back. So I can never stop chasing you. You will never get away from me. You will die. I promise you, you will be dead. Because you will never get away from me. So I just literally beat you to death. Like, because I have so much fucking stamina, it's ridiculous. So this low stamina count doesn't even fucking matter to me. Because I just beat you to death. I use like almost no stamina no matter what I do. I use almost no stamina. Then I had the door so I can see where the fuck you went. I don't think I have another build with her. Yeah. Reason why, because it's good. It's a good build. It's like 8 hits. I think it's like 8 hits to kill somebody, to kill Leland, and I know with her. 8 hits. Which sounds like a lot. But she doesn't waste her stamina. Like, she doesn't waste her stamina. She will kill you in 8 hits before she has to retire, before she has to rest. Like, it's nuts, right? Like, you have to try it yourself. But I went to the right side with her. Oh, you also get Special Blend, but I never use. Scout is what I went for. Easy tuckered out. I had that one too I can use. But I prefer to just never have to stop running the entire time. I have Circle Strength, but with her, it's not worth using. Because, yeah, you get 20% more damage, but it's only for like 1 hit. Which is not worth it to me. And then I got the Slow and Steady, which is what I wanted. I got that perk, which is okay. Yep. But I always go for Venom. So no matter what happens, I'm doing damage to them continuously. So if they go to a wall, spray them, chase them down. If they're in the open and about to go to a crawl space, poison them, go to the crawl space, chase them, beat their ass the entire time you're fucking chasing them. Like, they will run out of stamina multiple times before you do. I mean, like, I can literally outrun Julie. By the time Julie uses up all 3 of her fighter flights, I'm finally out of stamina, and her perk's already gone. It's pretty nasty, dude. Like, give it a shot. I'm telling you, you'd be shocked how good it is. Just make sure it's in the open, or within a lot of crawl spaces, because you don't have the bleed effect like Johnny does. Johnny will succeed for that because, you know, the bleed effect's fantastic. But she's okay too, because if they choke with a lot of crevices, just keep poisoning the spots that they might go through. Make them run back through the poison again, because it resets the poison counter and it keeps hurting them over and over again until they bleed out. So it's like a baby serrated. So it's pretty. Oh, it's a better serrated. I mean. So that's my builds for each of my characters. I can't wait for another outfit. Shirtless Johnny's gonna be a thing. Which people who know me, I love Johnny. He's one of my favorites. People talk shit about him a lot, but I fucking. You know, I love Johnny. He's one of my favorites. I like Bubba, Johnny, and Cook. This is my other favorites, and so is Sissy. I like them all, but these 3 are my favorites. Because you never expect cooked to beat your ass that many times. Bubba's is a fucking monster. And then Johnny, he's the bad boy. He likes to beat the shit out of you, and you're never gonna stop fucking getting your shit beat out of you. That's great either way. But yeah, that's my builds. For some reason, Leatherface and Julie's like bugged out. It doesn't give me the completion for that for some reason. I don't know why. Those my stats. Yeah, I'm usually the last victim standing. I've only played one custom match because it's hard to get enough people to play that shit. Perfect family kills. A lot. Oh yeah, those are my stats. Total deaths of 299, added my total escapes to 125, so about almost half. That's because this was before I knew how to play the game, actually. So, when I first started, I played a lot of Survivor more than Killer. I used to die a lot, but now I've gotten a lot better, and like I know how to play now. Get all the collectibles. There you go, guys. Hope that helps a little bit. So, enjoy.